What's up, everybody? Welcome to Speak for Yourself, a safe space for millennial sports fans like myself. Here, we give our most fearless responses to Jason and Marcellus' takes. I'm your favorite social media manager, Darnell Smith. I'm here with the HBCU legend, Howard alum, Shay Live, Miss Shayna Calandro. How you feeling today?
Pretty good. I'm your new favorite SFY host.
Well, there you go, man.
Hey, y'all.
Superstar. we gonna get straight to it, man. My man Whitlock, famous Whitlock yesterday on OBJ, explaining why he's the problem in Cleveland and even comparing him to Antonio Brown. Check this out.
Evil wide receivers are an absolute waste of money, time, and energy. You can't build a winning culture with them. OBJ is AB 2.0. OBJ is an attention-seeking, immature child. He's an individual brand who is far more concerned with enhancing his brand as a celebrity endorser than winning football games.
Woo, man. All right, man. That's a lot to unpack right there, Shane. I'm going to throw it to you first. I mean, do you agree with Whitlock that, OBJ is the problem in Cleveland and even the comparison to Antonio Brown?
Had to take a deep breath on that
Yeah.
Okay, let me unpack this. I have to disagree first and foremost. Whitlock has definitely said this before as far as OBJ being like destroying the culture in Cleveland.
Right.
And like I've said on a previous episode, OBJ didn't kill any culture in Cleveland. They've always had a losing culture. That's just what it has been. They've had a lot of dysfunction before OBJ even got there.
Right.
And then if you even go back to when he was on the Giants, the Giants hadn't been great really since 2011. He got there in 2014 and kind of became a reason why people even started watching the Giants again. And the only dysfunction from him really came towards the end.
Right.
So I don't even think he really stirred up too much dysfunction with the Giants, if I'm being honest. So if we're talking about him bringing dysfunction with him, I think that's completely false. Yes, he does have a lot of emotion. He brings a lot of extra attention, but I don't think with the Giants or Cleveland, he's been bringing more dysfunction than they already had.
Right.
If we're being honest. And then if we're comparing him to Antonio Brown, that's a big reach. Antonio Brown did like the absolute most, and OBJ is really just like, can I dress the way I want to dress on the field? Like, no, you can't. There's things, there's rules. But, that's definitely nowhere near Antonio Brown level.
I couldn't agree with you more. Like, Whitlock, big dog, I'm sorry, you wrong on this one. Like, come on, man. Oh, first of all, OBJ does not care more about his brand than he does about football. What made his brand in the first place? His play on the football field. Football is the foundation for his success. Without football, there is no brand. So it doesn't make sense to put the cart before the horse, as they say. You know what I mean? So, and then second of all, comparing him to Antonio Brown is completely unfair. Like you just stated, Antonio Brown embarrassed himself all summer long. The frozen, burnt feet, the cussing out the Raiders GM, all the tweets that are really nonstop. Even to this morning, he's still tweeting out stuff. So it's like, Antonio Brown is made a complete fool out of himself, I'm being honest. And OBJ, yes, he loves attention. I will say that. He seeks attention all day. But at the end of the day, what has he done? He put a watch on and he put some Joker cleats on. Like what? That's not equating to them losing games. At the end of the day, if the Browns were winning right now and he did those same actions, would nobody say a peep? There would be no words about OBJ causing this chaos. So I'm sorry, but Whitlock, he wrong on this one, big dog. But anyway, man, it's time for the SFY kickback topic of the day, man. This is a conversation you with your homeboys, you with your homegirls. This is a conversation you gotta have. And man, oh man, we know Whitlock is famous for his sports analogies, but this one might be an all-time great. My man compared Russell Wilson to Will Smith and Lamar Jackson to Tupac. Whew. Check this out.
Russell Wilson is Will Smith.
I love Will Smith. What you talking about, Willis?
Lamar Jackson is Tupac.
Oh, that's a whole
And so that's the energy that Lamar is something so new and revolutionary.
Yeah. Told you.
And it's like, oh my God, he's changing the game. Now look, that's a great story. I don't know if it wins you the MVP.
Ooh-wee. Man, listen, I don't know where Whitlock comes up with these unique sports analogies, but it seems like he has a different one every single show. You know what, though? The funny thing about this is I actually kind of agree with him for the most part. A few parts I disagree, but first of all, the Russell Wilson comparison to Will Smith, I get that. Like Will Smith has been consistently good to great throughout his career in whatever field, music, acting, comedy, whatever field he went to, he's been consistently good to great. You kind of know what to expect from Will Smith. So I get that comparison. But the Lamar Jackson to Tupac, that's where you lost me a little bit. Like, Lamar Jackson didn't start this dual threat play. If anything, Michael Vick is the Tupac. He's the one. Like, before Michael Vick, you didn't see anything like him before. He opened up the gates to Cam Newton, Colin Kaepernick, obviously Lamar Jackson. He's the true creator of that. To me, a better comparison for Lamar Jackson is Kobe Bryant, meaning that he took what he learned from the OGs, Michael Jordan, obviously, Magic, some of the greats, and he elevated it, took it to a whole nother level. And that's kind of where I think Lamar's doing right now.
That's a pretty good comparison. I would also have to kind of agree with Whitlock on this one. I mean, I totally understand the comparisons. I'm not saying that they're bad. The Will Smith one, Russell Wilson to Will Smith, I think is super spot on. Yeah. Like you said, he's been consistently good. My original thought was like, Will Smith is like not the trendiest, but still comical, like legendary in what he does, but still just like consistent. You know what I mean? Like it's not like you know what you're gonna get, like you said. But then also Lamar Jackson to Tupac for me was a little bit of a stretch. Mostly because it's also like Tupac is normally in people's top 5, right? Like you said, Mike Vick is probably more to the Tupac reference. I'm gonna give him Kendrick Lamar though. So I'm going to keep it in the music family. I like your Kobe comparison, but I'm going to keep it in the hip-hop world.
Not bad.
Mostly because I just feel like Lamar is new, hot, young, still revolutionary, right, and changing the game. Whereas, like, Kendrick came after, like, Tupac. And when he came into the hip-hop world, he shook the industry because he was talking about real things. His lyrics were crazy, and it was just not what was popping at the time, but everybody still loved it. So I feel like he's more of a Kendrick Lamar, has the peak of being even like Kendrick Lamar, where Kendrick Lamar is winning Grammys and performing with Beyonce.
Once you do that, once you perform with Beyonce,
I mean, you're a tippity top.
I mean, you made it. It'll get up better than that.
Right. So I definitely think Whitlock wasn't far off with that, but I would say Lamar Jackson is like Kendrick Lamar.
All right, your best take in SFY Next history.
I do what I can when I can do it.
Okay, and you're doing it. But listen, y'all, that's all we got today. Be sure to follow Speak For Yourself Monday through Friday on FS1 to support our guys Whitlock and Marcellus, because they the reason we got next. And be sure to follow us and subscribe on YouTube to catch all new episodes. But before we go, Shay, you said Lamar Jackson is Kendrick Lamar.
Yes, I did.
I want to hear your favorite Kendrick Lamar verse. I'm putting you on the spot right now. 4-bar Tuesday, go.
You want me to rap right now?
Rap right now. 4-bar Tuesday, go.
All right, let me think. Be humble. Sit down.
Hey.
Stay seated.
Don't get no better than that, man. We gone.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. And be sure to check out more of the best clips from Speak For Yourself, or go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.